Welcome to the Betikrame TECH YouTube channel. In urea fertilizer plant, how the crusher unit complete gearbox is replaced, it is described here. Urea crushers use the combined forces of compression and shearing generated by two counter-rotating rollers to efficiently reduce the size of the urea particles. Commonly used in fertilizer production lines, this crusher ensures uniform particle size distribution, crucial for optimal fertilizer application. Urea crusher mainly used to grinding and cutting material with the gap between the roller and the concave plate. The clearance size determines the degree of material crushing, and the drum speed and diameter can be adjustable. Urea crusher unit is a machine specially designed to crush and pulverize urea granules into smaller particles. It is commonly used in the fertilizer industry to facilitate the dissolution and dispersion of urea in soil or as a raw material for further processing. The crusher helps to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of urea application in agricultural practices. There are different parts of a urea crusher unit, as like the frame provides the structural support for the crusher. There is a hopper. It stores the urea granules before they are fed into the crusher. And also there is crushing chamber, which encloses the area where the urea granules come into contact with the rotating blades or hammers. The rotating blades or hammers crush and pulverize the urea granules into smaller particles. Also there is a screen or perforated plate, which controls the particle size by allowing smaller particles to pass through. And finally, discharge outlet allows the crushed urea particles to be discharged for further processing or use. For electrical unit, there is motor, which provides the necessary power for the crushing operation, and as well as safety features available that ensure operator safety during operations, such as safety guards or interlocks, etc. Urea enters the two-roll urea crusher, collides with the body wall and baffle to break, and is then ground into powder through the teeth between the roller and the concave plate. The gap between the concave plate is adjusted by the adjustment mechanism to adjust the degree of crushing within the range of 3 to 12 millimeters. The mesh size of the urea crushed by the two-roll urea crusher is approximately 30 to 70 mesh. The feeding port adjustment mechanism can control the production volume. In our fertilizer factory, there is a problem of the crusher unit. The gear side of the crusher unit, there was some problem, so we take a decision to change the gear unit, that is complete gear unit, by a new one which is available to our store. At first we dismantle the control gear unit from the crusher unit, and then it is dismantled from its body, and the new unit is again lifted from our ground level to our higher level where this crusher unit is installed. At first we installed our new crusher control unit to its base. At the time of lifting the complete gearbox unit from the ground level to the higher level, we took precautions and also proper safety. At the time of lifting the complete gearbox unit, it was not too much easy, so all the time we tried to complete the works very sincerely and also tried to complete the works very safely. As this fertilizer factory produces granular urea, so the granular urea size always it is maintained, so the two roller gap is always maintained. Sometimes this gap is for different mechanical reason, it is reduces or enlarges, so different time it is maintained. To maintain this gap there is a motor, and also with this motor there is a gear. When the motor is rotated, then it is connected with the gear, and this gear is connected with this lifting the roller, and when the motor is running condition, then its gap is reduced and also enlarged. By running this motor, its gap is adjusted. This motor and the gear unit is not functioning properly, so different time the urea granular proper size to maintain this, it was very hard. For this reason we need to change this complete gearbox unit by a new one. After lifting the complete gearbox unit and then installed its base, after completing these works, the gear shaft and the crusher shaft was not properly aligned, so it needs to do the work. We found that the motor or gearbox shaft is somewhat higher level, so it is not possible to take to its lower level, so the alignment was so hard. For this reason we need to dismantle the crusher unit shaft and then adjusted its base to somewhat higher level, and then the alignment of crusher unit shaft and the gearbox shaft, and finally we adjusted this alignment. And after completing these works we tested the crusher unit, and also the previous problem was solved or not. We started the motor and connected the gear, and also enlarged and reduced the gap of the two roller, and found that it was functioning properly. In this way we completed the work.